This is Ricky the Hitman Hatton, and you're watching Lights Out.
This is Lights Out. I am Faisal Khan. With me via Zoom. Delighted to be joined by Mason Cartwright. Mason, good evening to you, my man. How you been keeping as of late?
Great, thanks, mate. Yeah, just keeping myself busy training and working and stuff, and yeah, I'm in a good place.
You know what? I can vouch for that because I've been following your social media on Instagram as of late. You're always either in the gym or you're always keeping in shape. So,
Yeah.
Mason, it's been a while since you obviously last fought. You'd have to go all the way back to 2019, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't say times have changed, but the world has completely changed since 2019. If we could all go back to 2019, I'm pretty sure we would, due to what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Am I right in saying that it's due to the pandemic that your opportunities to get back in the ring have been very limited as of late?
That's literally all it is. Just the case of getting the fights in the short bills that there is, because even though there is boxing on each week, it's still only like 1 or 2 bills, and there's only 6 or 7 fights per bill. So if you look at the average of how many fights there are, it's half the load that the normally is. Obviously, with the small hall shows, and you're talking 12 fights per bill sometimes. So you're getting double the amount of fights per bill back in the normal days. But obviously, at the minute with the pandemic, everything's just a bit few and far between, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you on that. Just how much of a frustrating period has it been for you? Because I speak to a lot of fighters that are like sort of in the early mid stages of their careers that have not been able to get back into the ring due to the pandemic. How tough has it been for you? And have you ever maybe perhaps considered sort of leaving the sport until we do get back to some sort of normality?
Never. No. If anything, I just seen it as a bit of time, because obviously I've recently just moved to 154 because I was finding it a bit too tough making the 147, and it started to affect my performance and my training. Like when I noticed my weight is coming low in camp, I really started struggling to recover. Energy levels were low. I was constantly hungry. I'd outgrew the 147, and to then go up to 154, the fight after my loss to Ball, I felt a million times better, but I didn't feel as though I was a true 154 because I'd been keeping my weight down for so long. So it's given me a bit of time to have like a reverse diet, focus on some strength and some building. And obviously I've now cut back down, and I'm walking around at about 75 kilos. So I'm only 5 kilo off fighting weight, and I'm really strong, really fit, really healthy, full of energy. And I would say I am in a better position now than I was before lockdown, because this time that we've had, I've focused on myself, and I've made sure I've got to where I needed to be for me to have a chance at obviously succeeding in the 154 division. Because beforehand, as I say, I was still only like sort of like a welterweight frame, whereas now I'm a true light middle.
You more or less just answered the question I was going to ask you, the reason it being why you moved up from 147 to 154. Is this sort of going to be like a long-term thing, seeing you at 154, or would you still be open to perhaps going down to 147 if obviously the fight was, if it was the right fight?
No. I was a 154 before I even went down to 147. It was just a case of like I stay lean pretty much all year round. I don't like really blowing up and going out of shape. I'm not just for boxing, but for my own sort of like person. Like I train for fitness all the time, all year round. There's no really fight camps for me. Like I just stay training all year. So because I was staying quite lean all year, we were like, do you know what? When we get day before weigh-ins, let's try 147 instead of 154. And obviously, I've boxed it 3 times, made it 3 times in my career, and I can honestly say, in all 3 fights, I didn't feel great. Tetley fight, The fight before Tech Leagues, I had to prove that I could make 147 before I could get sanctioned for the WBO belt. And then obviously the ball fight, and the ball fight was just like the last straw for me. I just felt terrible. And as I said, the last couple of weeks of camp, I just really didn't enjoy the training because I was just so broken down. And as I say, I'm really strong now, like training wise, like lifts, things that I'm super strong. I can prove I can hold my own at 154. So I've been having good sparring, even with like the past couple of weeks, like been sparring Liam Smith, ready for his Curb Bernal fight, and I feel strong. Like, I feel really good, feel fit and healthy, like I say, and I think people are going to see the best at me at 154 because I can perform there. It's not about obviously just making weight, isn't it? Like, you've got to make weight and perform. It's pointless making the lower weight and then underperforming, isn't it? So
when you talk about the 154 division, British domestic wise, there's some great talent in that division.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got Fitzgerald, Ted Cheeseman, Sam Egerton, Anthony Fowler, Kevin Conway. Now you're in the mix. As again, because of the pandemic, there's a lot of fighters now that are in that obviously British domestic level that are sort of having to face each other, given the situation that we're in. Are these going to be the fights that you'll be looking to jump straight into, or is it just a case of get back in the ring, shake off a bit of ring rust before you can think about the likes of the Cheesemans, the Fowlers, the Egertons, and the Scott Fitzgeralds?
That's a good question. Like, me being me, I would take, if I was offered one of them fights, I'd 100% take it tomorrow, because I've put myself in a position to be ready to go whenever, to take my opportunity when it comes. Now, I'm not going to be hanging around for a big fight. I don't have to have a big fight to get up and ready and obviously box. If nothing's coming and I'm not getting offered anything, I will take a small hall show fight. Obviously, like, I want to obviously get rid of some ring rust myself. But as I say, with the sparring I've been having, I've just been sparring Martin Harkin this week. He's boxing Casey Benjamin for the European title on the Sam Egerton bill. I was sparring Liam Smith the week before that. Like, I've been having really good spars with top class fighters, and I feel fit and ready now. So I've kept myself ready to go for that reason. So if I get offered an opportunity, I can jump on it. I don't have to have a warm-up fight. In the perfect world, yeah, it would be good to have a warm-up fight. If not, then I'm ready anyway.
Eddie Hearn said that he sees Ted Cheeseman as Ted Cheeseman or Anthony Fowler as even the number 154 British fighter in that division right now. Yeah, who have you got as the best fighter in the 154 division at domestic level? And how do you think you get on with likes of the Cheesemans and the Anthony Fowlers?
Great fights, yeah. Like, listen, respect, like you just thought that you named a reel of top quality names in this weight. Then I respect every single one of them, and I respect every single fighter I get in the ring with. But if I'm getting in that ring, it means I think I'm going to win, and I believe I can win. I believe I can beat anyone who's put in front of me, and I've proven it in the past with sparring with world-class guys. I've not had the chance to really showcase my full potential yet. As I say, like, boxing at welter, I don't feel I performed. I perform at 154. I know I do, and I'm strong enough and fit enough to hold my own with any of the big boys at 154. And one thing I do notice is that I hold my speed at 154. 154 fighters, because I've had the experience of obviously sparring and boxing between the welterweight and 154. Welters are a lot quicker and throw a lot more shots, and that's what I'm kind of used to dealing with. And 154, I notice the pace is a little bit slower. Like, yeah, they're stronger and they punch a little bit harder, but there's less shots coming at you, and it makes a difference.
Mason, what's the overall target for yourself in 2021?
I'd like to get back in the ring. I got, like you said, if I can get a fight to shake off a bit of ring rust, that'd be great. And then just showcase myself against some good opposition, really. Get into a good 50-50 fight, potentially for some titles, and just show everyone what I've been working on the past 12 months. I've not been sat here twiddling my thumbs. I've been training day in, day out. Do you know what I mean? Like regimented, like I'm in a fight camp. So I'm coming back better than before.
It's good to hear that you're just sitting there waiting for an opportunity to come along and that you keep in shape. Really, really good. It's going to go to show how serious you're taking it. And from our side, we do hope that an opportunity does come its way to yourself.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Issue. And hopefully you obviously do get a chance to go out and show everyone what you're about.
Yeah.
So is there anything you'd like to add?
No, nothing really. Just like I hope, obviously, when I do come to getting a big fight, that like obviously all the fans can go back to the box and stuff, because I've got quite a good following. Like they've got my team nutties, I call them, and the amount of messages I'm receiving, like from everyone, when are you boxing? When are you boxing? When are we going to see you boxing? And it'd just be good to get them all back to the shows and watching me box and support me. It gives me a bit of a boost.
Listen, if we could get full crowds back into all sports, it'd be brilliant, because not only boxing Mr. Fans, but football as well. It's just
Definitely.
It's tough getting used to this new way of living. But Mason, thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate you.
It's okay. Thank you, mate. Yeah.
And giving us an interview, and hopefully at some point we'll look to come down to your neck of the woods and maybe do a face-to-face interview with you.
Definitely, yeah. Welcome anytime, mate. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and we'll look forward to seeing what's next with you. We'll keep an eye on your social media platforms, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Yeah, I'll be ready to go as soon as anyone picks up that phone for me. I'll be there.
Fighting talk, that's what we like to hear. Well, Mason, all right, thank you very much for your time, mate.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
The lights out.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.